Good morning. Let me do this. Wait. Happy Tuesday. Let me test my sound. Great. Happy Tuesday. Gosh, we sped ahead already. Let me do this. I'm going to give you guys a moment to jump in the chat box and say your highs and hellos and good morning. I'm going to get a little water from my voice because it's been a long weekend. Although I did rest, it has been a long weekend. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start us on Instagram Live. Let's go there. Instagram wants to know, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Let me set it up, y'all. There we go. But while you guys get ready for this morning's Shift Your Thinking Tuesdays, our topic today is people over profits, takers and givers. I think this is a good one. This is timely. This is very, very timely. I always forget to start the Instagram button here. I'll get better at it, you guys, seriously. I'll get real better at it. So good morning, drop a comment, say hi, hello, grand rising, buenos dias, wherever you are on this beautiful planet. For those of you who are like tuning in to Shift Your Thinking Tuesday for the first time, welcome. Let me introduce myself. I'm Lisa Puerto, also known as Super Agent, the one and only. Let me do that. And I'm so excited about continuing our series of Shift Your Thinking Tuesday. So what I've done, and let me do this. My phone is like asking me, do you want to start the live thing? All right, so we're live on Instagram. Great, 13 minutes of your time, but I do need to run and get some water. Or is my voice fine? I just don't want it to be I don't want it to be hard and harsh. So good morning, you guys on Instagram. We continue our series of Shift Your Thinking Tuesdays. And for those of you who are just tuning in, welcome. And I'm so excited about today's topic. It's people over profits, taker or giver. And I do want to run and get some water. So give me a moment. I think I'm fine. 13 minutes. I won't be so rough. Good morning. Thanks, Brenda. Brenda says, hey, I'm ready. Need that book. Yes, you are. You are a winner. I'm glad you're tuning in. Miss Brenda. So today's September 5th, you guys. I trust that you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. As for me, I rested, I slept, and I slept some more. So for those of you who have been calling and texting me, and I may have not returned your calls, please allow me to say that I have been resting, and I'm working now, and I'm back, and I'm ready to work with you, work for you, and get things up and running. But sometimes we have to time out. And I think this topic is very timely right now as it talks about people over profits, people over profits. And it says, those who value people over profits will profit from those people. Are people primarily a means to satisfy yourself, or are you about bringing value to people? In the world of business, the question, will I get further if I take from people or give to them, bounces back and forth between the lines of selfishness and selflessness. Frankly, progress in the corporate world can be made both ways, but true peace and prosperity in life are rarely found in taking stance versus a giving stance. I'm going to pause there. Let me say that line again. It says, frankly, progress in the corporate world can be made both ways, but true peace and prosperity. Isn't that, this is why we're shifting our thinking? We are really wanting that true peace and prosperity in life. We want the happy, right? I want the happy. I am the happy. I embody the happy. And it's saying that in life are rarely found in taking stance for versus a giving stance. It says in the long run, profitable, durable relationships are ones where giving is more present than taking. I'm going to highlight that for me because I'm a giver. I am a giver. And sometimes I attract people who overindulge in taking. And it's natural. I'm in my human, and people will definitely want to overindulge and taking advantage and taking. So those of you who are givers, yeah, we need to pay attention loud and clear in balance, right? And learning to give and receive. So I think I like that. Let me just make that note right here for those of you who are tuning on Facebook Live. Give and receive, especially because the way our brain is designed, hormones, I believe dopamine is released when we give. We are designed to give. We get more value out of giving. And that's like the dopamine, for those of you who don't know, like that's the feel good hormone. That's when you eat the chocolate. That's when that's intimacy. That's anything that feels good. So when you're in your comforts and your foods and your different things that you're indulging in, that's the brain receiving those signals that says, we like this, we feel good. I also think about dopamine that happens when you work out and you exercise and you get to a point where you become addicted to it. That's that feel good. And it's rewiring the brain, and there's a trick to doing it. And I'm not going to talk about that here. But as it relates to people over profits, we should be in a place of giving and receiving. And it says we'll find more value in our relationships if we are giving. If we're giving rather than looking at people as a check. And it's so funny as it relates to my business, especially, being in real estate and dealing with different clientele. Oftentimes, and I've heard this very commonly, that clients have said, I met with different agents, but they made me feel like a paycheck. They made me feel like a paycheck. No one wants to feel like a paycheck, y'all. No one wants to feel like that. That's not cool. And I want to make sure that I'm establishing relationships for the long haul. And that's important. That's important that we are looking at building relationships. And especially this can be applied to both your personal and business. It did talk about corporate world, but he goes on to say, relationships are the heartbeat of business. They grow the company, profit the bottom line, and assure the brand equity of both the business and the individual. A single relational breakdown can make or break a career or a business. So again, when we are getting tripped up in terms of our miscommunication of intentions of giving and receiving with other people that we're in relationships with, yeah, we're going to have that communication breakdown, and we're going to have a relational breakdown that oftentimes can be hard to recover. The author says, I must admit that for many years of my business life, people were just a means to my end, nothing more. People were what they could give me, and my relationships were empty. My life had no balance, and I was successful and yet miserable in every moment. Wow. He said, yes, I had assets, but I also had loneliness and volumes that made everything I owned nothing more than means to escape the relational dysfunction I was living and the pain that went along with it. So rather than my assets being a blessing, they were merely a numbing agent for my pain. He says, enough of that. When I realized that people were more important than my vision and goals, and that I could make a difference in their vision and goals, true success set in. Not just in the form of cash, but in peace, joy, relationships, and real future potential. I have to say kudos to that whole thing. All of that worked for me. I agree. Yes, yes, yes. Especially because what is the nature of my business, right? I sell real estate. I sell income property. I'm licensed. I'm licensed here. And but here I am doing Shift Your Thinking Tuesdays, and I'm sharing and want to build with you. That's me giving. Like, I get joy doing this and establishing this relationship with you. So let's think about how we're going to apply this week's principles, right, of give and receive. Are you valuing people over profits? Because the true value is that those people will bring you profits. All right, you guys, have a fantastic and powerful week. That's my time. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share to LA Super Agent, and I'll announce the winner for this morning's Shift Your Thinking Tuesday, who gets a copy of our book. Yeah. All right. Have a great one.